Buy. We are talking about the reliability, convenience, right? When you offer the convenience, also the costing and pricing. Reliability, you have to invest one, you have to join the IPS, you have to absorb the cost of the IPS migration, CDS migration. What else here? Service feature, package, return service. We have to think about this also, right? For the package, for the return service. Because some country, for the post operator, you need to pay the return. But I heard that they have some country, they try to, to charge already the return. They just issue some country they issue here, they issue here, and speed of service, supply chain management solution. Sorry, but the topic here, cost and price, total selling with no surcharge here, right? This is the postal pricing here. Okay, you can see these components. Amongst other, our what make up the EMS value proposition. You can see like estimating cost, the importance of the total cost, right? You think about the setting pricing objective. What the setting pricing objective in the organization here? Understanding demand and cost. How can you know? Analyzing competitive price. Have you ever done analyzing competitive price?
This is not done. This is not done, I think.
As the governmental sector, you never done.
Yeah,
because the objective is different. You need to support or serve the community nationwide.
Yeah.
But for the corporatization, no. I want to make money and at the same time serving the community. Right? You have two roles as the corporatized company. You have to do like this. That's why you think about and setting the final price, selecting the pricing method. The same you can see EMS customers are looking for the EMS like that is reliable, end-to-end visibility, what they need from you. Fast and efficient customer service, right? It means that when I send the request, that's why response time for the eye care, they set the standard, not over how many hours? How many hours?
3 hours.
Thank you. Okay, now return to Mr. Dev. 3 hours. That is 3 hours. But if you can reply like a better, it's good. Less than that. And competitive price. Your price setting, it doesn't mean that it's too high. When you set up also the low price, the reasonable price to the customer. Sometimes the customer, competitor also, they set the higher price than you from the tariff table, right? But when they give the discount, 60% down. When you compare the price, your price higher. We have seen the feedback from the customer. Your price too high. When you got a discount from the customer from the DHL, cheaper. When you compare, cheaper 20%. But you need to find a way. How can you take back maybe 20% from maybe convince them to use your service, right? To convince them. By your relationship, like normally we have the close relationship by the board, we have the close relationship with the people, and they trust you.
They have flexible prices, especially in Nepal. DHL provide, for example, for USA, for one document below, let's say 100 gram, they are providing in 5,400. But if a person goes to the reseller, then that person provides just 3,500, and in that amount, DHL service is available. So they are doing it in different prices.
Yeah, I know. For the post, we have some restrictions, but anyway, we try to do some limitation, but we try to do our best, because our target is to increase the volume, right? Okay, now we will look at the process for pricing your EMS service, right? Normally, you can see general process for the objective of price setting. You can see first, understanding demand and cost. What the customer demand and the cost, what they can pay you. How much money they can pay you. Sometimes the customer, frankly speaking, they talk directly with you. Okay, I have the budget here. But if you offer the cost much more than they cannot, they have to find another provider that can offer better than you. It's the one. The second one, estimating cost and the importance of the total cost. Like you're estimating the cost, you have to estimate the cost. The cost is what the cost is estimated, but it depends on the type of the costing analysis to your organization. Type 1, we have the ABC costing. like an activity-based costing.
Oh.
We have so many types. Of course, we have activity-based costing. If it is some activity, you need to like skip, but it depends on the activity you done, and then come up with the line of cost, with the shipping, like the last mile delivery cost, like the delivery charge. You have to combine here, and with the total cost, check your price. After that, you come up with the cost and how many percent you want to mark up on the profit margin. You know the cost, right? But you have to check how about all the activities, how profit margin you want to mark up. After profit margin mark up, how about your competitor pricing?
Yes.
You have to think like 2 or 3 levels of this. For you, maybe okay, I know only the closing, doing, but you have to work together with the marketing. Why? The marketing, they cannot sell any product without any good quality of service. Because the way what we sell end-to-end visibility. How about the operation flow? How about the financial flow? How about the information flow? This everything is dealing with the logistics and supply chain, right? And analyzing competitor price before pricing you have to do. That's why check your competitor price. Otherwise you cannot go. And selecting a pricing method and setting the final price. Yeah, this is the process. Right? You can start from process one until the last one. Okay. Anyways, I will give you about the. How about now you can see the process. We are talking. You see, we are talking here the process of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you start from now define the pricing objective. It's been the pricing objective. Why you have to set up the pricing objective? At least you know how much profit you will make. How much profit you then from the costing. When you mark up 30%, 35%, you know how much profit you can make. At least this one. And then, or this is for you you know how much profit you will make. But at the same time, how about the customer? How much money they can pay you? They know about this. And for the pricing objective, normally reflect to your goals and how your business set prices. At least they know. You have any like a discount scheme in your organization? You have the discount, like a discount step for some type of the customer, right? I'm sure that you have the general walk-in customer. Sometimes the general walk-in, they know that they can give maybe 5% to all for some certain time, maybe like a promotional campaign, right? If you want to, for example, if you want to open the new lane, the new destination, you can, if you want to bring up the volume, promotional campaign come up. Okay, new lanes come, you want to, for example, to Sri Lanka, from Maldives to Sri Lanka, for example. To Maldives to Sri Lanka, new lanes operate between two countries. You want to say, okay, promotional campaign 10%, 20%, it's up to you. You'll have to bring the volume first, but still get profit, but not much profit. This is important here. And let us pass here. Example. This is example of the pricing objective. It depends on your organization. The first one, partial cost recovery. Partial cost recovery product is mean providing customer with a quality product at a cost lower than expected. Lower expected. Because this is the partial. It means that the situation is not so. It means that when it's better, you need the source of the income. You need the source of the money here. That's why your situation is not good, but it's better. It's better is mean that quality product at the cost lower than expected. It means that if the discount something, this is because that's a partial cost recovery. And the profit margin maximizations. What does this mean? Profit margin is the normally we have done. You can see we apply when the total number of EMS sold is expected to be low. You need to do this. Because they have some samples, some examples different here. And revenue, you don't need the profit margin. This is the revenue maximization. You know, revenue maximization is mean that introduce a new product into the market with the goals of growing market share and establish a long-term customer base. How can you create a customer long-term customer base? How can you do it? You keep the customer long-term. How can you do? For the DSL, first you open the account, right? You open the account, I give you the discount. How about the boss? How can you keep them with you longer period? First, the discount, you can keep the discount the same. The second, any on-time delivery is normal that the competitor can do.
Launching new products.
Any written document, like a commitment together. You know, before doing giving something, you can have like you don't need to open the account with the boss, but you can have like a SLA service, like an agreement with them or the big customers, so you can keep them longer with you. Okay, inside like nearly like a bilateral agreement. It's meant you give them like a credit payment. You don't need to pay cash. But 1 month later, it's going to give you the credit. 1 month you pay later after that. Okay, discount plus credit payment plus contract, written contract or something you can do. What else here? This is the way you can keep. Maybe you can like visit. You have the sales force to visit quite often, right? This is the way. Or maybe you can have the photos of like a small token for your customer. You know, like a small gift also. Many things that you can do to keep them with you engaged, to keep them engaged with you not go. Because all the customer is really sensitive for pricing. But sometimes the pricing is not the biggest issue also. If they love you, if they trust you, right? They will stay with you. This is mean that if the revenue maximization is mean I focus on the revenue I get, it means that I can sell more and more and more. Keep the discount. I expect it means that I expect to increase my revenue at the long term. If you want to increase the revenue at the long term, it means that contract. You do any, you know, like you sign any contract or something, but we don't say if you sign the contract, that's nobody will sign. If we do that, okay, give you the discount, but could you please like just confirm us? Maybe you have some like agreement, but you need to, how can I say, to approach them quite often, yeah, to keep them, because this is the sales force of your competitor do. If you don't do, they go. You see, example that you can see for the pricing, there are so many. This is, you can see this example of the partial cost delivery, profit margin maximization, revenue maximization. Now, quality leadership. Focus more and more quality. The customer will come. Don't worry about the pricing. And about the quality maximizations, it means that I focus more. How can you create the beyond expectation to your customer? If possible by the boss, but it's up to you. There's so many challenges. You can come up with a joint product or service. You can join hand with some partner. It's possible. Yeah. Quality estimate and then status quo. What does it mean, status quo? No need to change. What last year you have done, just done the last year. So last year already good. This year, okay, just follow the last year. If you rely so much on the status quo, you see the environment and the situation change every year. Status quo, good. If the profit margin is still high, if the customer is still there, but how can you rely on your customer that they don't shift from you to your competitors? This is really important. And then the last one, survival. The survival policy pricing. Just do it. Discount it. I need to survive. If I don't do, I will die in the industry. This another one. This is the price. This is an example of the pricing objective. You have so many things here, as I told you. And how to choose a pricing objective? Now we still talk about the pricing objective. How you can choose is one, pricing objective, it depends on your strategic plan. How about your business goal? And how about your business direction you want to go? If the same, some country you see from your vision, you want to be the leader in the explain in the community, you go there. And then you can check about your market share at this moment. Market share is good enough to. This is that when we talk now. They link, they link the business plan to the corporate strategy in your organization. If your business mission is to be the leader in your sector, you may want to consider a quality leadership pricing. Then DHL always. They have some like a ISO 9000 to 2015 or 16. They try to use it. That's why the boss, they try to apply for the quality of service certification. That's why EMS, they try to come up with the EMS hour, CS hour. This is the way you do for the, we call that quantity. And we have the market share and we have the quantity maximization. What does it mean? Quantity is mean that it doesn't mean that you want to survive the business, right? Survival here is mean that more and more volume, I need the volume. Sometimes I give the big discount, it doesn't mean that, okay, discount, just give it. And about the profit, that's if you don't think about it. But it's not so good, but you have to think about your business, the business strategy, plus your functional strategy together. Yeah. Okay. How do you choose a pricing objective? Normally, I just put like some objectives such as like a partial political risk, survival, and say that's what will be used when market conditions are poor or unstable. For instance, market is experiencing hard time. It depends on we have so many competitors in the market at that moment. I'm sure that every EMS now you compete directly with your competitor, right? And also the problem is not only the competitor we compete, but also we have the problem with the delay of the process, right? You cannot, the problem now, you have the problem with the airline. For the airlines, why the airline you cannot control the price now? Because for the post, you cannot guarantee the volume. How can they give you the cheaper price?
Yeah, that's true. If we get bigger volume to them, they will.
Normally they can give you, they offer you the cheaper price if you can guarantee the volume.
Yeah.
Right. If you cannot guarantee the volume, how can they give you the cheaper price? They cannot. And that's why the host they try to bundle with, they have two options now. They try to find with the normal airlines for the postal channel. Or they try to seek more the cargo channel. That's why Vietnam Post you have now both, you combine both, right? Cargo channel and also postal channel. So because but you need to have like some documentation is different, separate documentation for the cargo and the postal channel. But you need to have something considered about this for the cargo channel or the cargo channel, right? Because only no passenger flight. Only for the cargo handling that we focus on this. But I'm sorry, the future you have to focus on.
We have also started, especially Qatar Airways is receiving from the cargo channel only.
Yeah.
One airlines.
The problem nowadays, every port you focus on the passenger flight. But the passenger flight, they carry only the passenger and the luggage. No space for you. Right? No space for you. And then when they give you the price very high. Why? So many people, they want to cheap also by using utilizing also the space of the airline. But what the boss we use the passenger flight. When the passenger flight, as I told you, luggage only needed. You have very limited space. Sometimes they cannot take also the whole consignment of the post to that destination. Then they sometimes, they take from you, yes. They keep in the warehouse. They wait until the space available and carry, but still in the transit time as committed with your agreement. But that's why nowadays it's better not rely on because of the passenger flight. That's why some ports, I told you that the KPG now, they try to seize the opportunity to utilize the cargo mode. Now, finally, you have heard about it, the cargo mode, right? China port you use already, right? China port you use both. Yeah, passenger flight and also the cargo mode you use. But some country, Thai port we don't use, we use like we just pass through the consolidator. The consolidator is mean that they normally combine the two modes. They combine cargo mode and postal mode. Because the documentation also different. They combine that. Okay, and what else here? What the component that drive in this value proposition? I just pass it. For the pricing, I just pass it. Okay. The component that because the derive in this value, we have already not yet. Okay. The components that derive in this value proposition, you can see estimated cost, the importance of the total cost, you can see. As I already mentioned, first you focus on how about the domestic operating cost in your country, leg one. Have you ever calculated the analysis or the ABC costing or something, or the activity-based costing? You know how about the acceptance process, how much does it cost? How about the form you use, how much does it cost? You have
never analyze.
You never, because just provide. As I told you, as the public sector, right? You just provide. But you know what you provided reflects all the costs. You know, you think for the provision of the form for EMS dispatch packs. You have to provide. Provide is not you have to provide all post office nationwide. How about you can imagine how about for the inventory cost, everything you still have for the form. Domestic operating cost, you have to think about it. And the second one, international transport cost, leg 2. Like this one, leg 2. And as I already mentioned, how about the EMS delivery rate? And after that, when you combine all domestic operating cost, international, leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, and then how about your profit margin? Right? They come up with a profit margin now. You can, profit margin can express as a percentage. For me, every year when I focus for the marketing, for the profit margin for the marketing, I know the operating cost of the post. I know every year, we know the increment of the salary, 6.5% for all, every year. If you set up the profit margin, you can set up only 10. No. You must include another cost. You have the fixed cost. Fixed cost already there. You have the reliable cost. Right? You have the variable cost. You have the variable cost, you have the fixed cost, you have other costs. And that's why you have to bundle all profit margin when you set up per year. I cannot set up 10%. For the marketing, you have to set up 30 or 40% higher. And challenge you every year. And every month, you have to come back this month. And no, when you have the profit margin, you have the total marketing, and then what happens? You break down per month, and each month you check. In the first month you cannot achieve, next month challenge you again. Every quarter you have to check. There's so many things happen. I told you it's not so easy for this one. And then apart from this, the component is mean that you think about how can I say? I just will highlight for you for some part. Apart from the price setting, you have to think about what? The quality of your product. It's not only the price. Sometimes the people, I can pay, but how about your quality? If the quality cannot respond to my demand, I may not use, I may not buy your product. Because how can you create me? How you create any value for me? If you cannot, why have to buy your product, right? And this one is, I think the quality and also you can see nowadays, currently the main service competing, like the UPS, has created DSL, what I already mentioned of competitors there. What to do the price setting now? you calculate for the leg 1, leg 2, leg 3 and come up with the profit margin. And then how about your quality at this moment check. At the same time, who are your competitors? You have to do the competitive analysis with the pricing setting also. This is very important. Not just only, okay, just offer the price and get my job done. The problem when you set up the price, you cannot sell your product. Because the price sometimes is too high. You just need to hear. Analyzing the competitive pricing, this is very important. You need to know. That's why I have to say, you know, sometimes how can you know your price? How can you know the price of your competitor?
On their
Websites, no, website, this is the official. This is the officials. The officials like the official tariff announced to the public. But if they have another, how can you get that item? How can you get that promotion? How can you get from your customer? How can you get the competitor from your customer? Do you think that you can get the competitor price?
Can get if my relationship with my
Thank you.
customers.
That I mean, the boss normally, the people they trust you. You use your trust to take the confidential document from your customer and come out. We have ever done. This is the way, because you know what you have now with your customer, you have the high reliability and the trust with your customer. You try to approach, but don't like, okay, give me. They never give you. Sometimes okay, we do this, that's top kind of friend, like a low-key account, they are very important for you. Just stop like this. Normally they give you all the competitors also sometimes from your trust. But don't let them to try to find exactly, It depends on your intention, but your trust can make your day. That's very important. Okay? And selecting a pricing method, it depends, as I told you, normally we have the ABC costing, like an activity-based costing, or you have like a customer value-based pricing, customer value-based, so this is the third one. Like pricing can determine your position of your service in your market. I told you, first you focus on your internal costing, and also compete and also comparing with the competitor pricing. The second, from the customer perspective. Now we are talking the customer value base, right? You give more and you focus on the customer. You ask them. Sometimes you can offer also the customized tariff rate for your customer. You can do it because it means that when you do for the marketing, for the pricing setting, you have like a policy. You need to improve for the policy more and more flexible. Otherwise, we cannot do the mass marketing for all customers. You know why? All customers is different. You cannot treat them like all together the same. We are not the mass marketing for some specific item or specific products, like a EMS. We are talking about price. And when the price, when we are talking about the cost oriented, based on the cost oriented, profit margins are added to your profit margin added to the operational, right? That's why I told you only to you for the cost oriented. That is your first option. You plus leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, and profit margin. The second one, based on the customer value base. This is you think with your customer, right? Okay, customize with the pricing setting. There's another policy. It's up to you. So it's nice. Different department. The problem different department in your organization you prefer different pricing approach. The problem when you work with a different department, right? Is marketing, operations. Sometimes you can see operational cost based on cost. Competitor as customer you ignore here. Because why? You based on cost, right? You ignore the customer, the competitor and the customer. Because only the finance, they love all costing first. not the customer, not the competitor. This is the finance. Market based on the competition. Cost and customer, like by sale. The sales force, they love this. Give me the customized pricing, I will offer to give them the discount. But the value based, like the customer value based, you can see based on the customer, cost and competitions, ignore by cost and competition, but like by the marketing. This is the most important thing here. They're talking about the ignorance here of this part. You forgot this one. Okay. I just passed the different department in organization. Okay. Cost based pricing, value based. You can see this is so many. Remember that the optimal EMS price combination of you see the cost based pricing, value based or customer or demand pricing, and competitor based pricing. That's why. But anyways, to come with the cost setting and distributor to work as a cross-function team with the team working from operations, from marketing, from IT to work together. And from the finance also, from the accounting, they know about the costing, like costing, but let's work together. They come up with the pricing. Otherwise, it's very hard for you. When you come up with a cost, there are so many like arguments from your team. Okay, it's just part. I just pass it, not so. Okay, providing the discount when we are talking about the discount providing. Or sales event, you can see like sometimes you do the promotional pricing. You know the promotional pricing? For some like a special event, or like maybe you have maybe 11, 10, or something. This is a promotional campaign only for 2 days, for 3 days, for 1 week. It's up to you. This is promotional pricing. Segmentation pricing. You know, like segmentation, you give the discount only for the key account customer, not all, for some specific. Regional segmentation. It means that what that is mean regional segmentation. It depends on the country or destination you focus. The big volume, you see the big volume, you have the cost is not so high volume, you can give the discount for some specific destination, not all. You just select the country for promotional campaign, okay? And pricing customization is normal. Pricing customization is with that for some key account customer, you give some specific pricing, like a big discount is mean that from 30, 20, 15, or 10, like this different. And discount, so if you pay cash now, and real time payment, okay, give you discount, like this. And by volume, if you bring the volume, we give you the discount. These are the policy I told you, they do also by competitor. It's not only the post. That's why I just give you the idea here. When you have time, you can come with the EMS or something. Just give you the idea. And this is EMS pay for performance weight bracket methodology. When you have time, because this, have you heard about this? You know, bracket in Maldives now, you use already, or you use the cigarette now. We still use the cigarette. But this year, Thai Post will apply for the bracket. Last year, not yet.
Actually, China has negotiated with Thai Post
Or for the bilateral agreement, because but you export more than import.
Yeah.
And how about the solution? I know I received the message from the government, from your boss. But for me, I passed to another because the costing system is not but past that, because I don't know what the final decisions of Thai Post.
Actually, based on the
Volume.
rates, we will have an estimated volume. So until at the end of this year, if the volume is reached our expectation, so the rate will maintain.
Maybe it is.
If not, we will go back to.
I don't know. After I left, normally I'm the person who negotiate with all. But when I left, I don't know who will negotiate on my behalf. I'm the negotiator on this, all the post operators and negotiate for we call that the discount of the electoral agreement.
Maybe
Yeah.
I can chat.
But now they are not so already.
Yes, we have already done. This, we don't like this with Rebecca.
Yeah.
Rebecca from China Post.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's responsible for the communication with China Post.
Who else was there?
Who?
Supawadi. Maybe Aruni.
Yeah, Supawadi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Supawadi for the marketing.
Yeah.
I know the person in charge. After that, my colleagues work on my behalf when I left. But at least I do the coaching for her, for my staff now. She's always joined the KPG on my behalf now. She joined because English speaking no problem for her. So I recruit her by myself last time. English perfect. You cannot like IELTS 7.5. That's very good. I mean, in terms of the capacity and proficiency, English is okay, good and bad. For us, for the new recruitment, is the best for the good coaching. Coach, sometimes I force her to do it. She complains, do it, just do it. Come here tomorrow. Now she can fly.
I want to know more about the bracket methodology that
Bracket is mean that they
hiring post.
They create the range. Nobody have another information from each country of this year. They create the range from 0 to 2 kg and 2 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 like this. It's a bracketed and it's bracketed. How can you calculate? It depends on the export volume. You calculate and then you can check from the smart. How about the average weight of the export volume you export? And then to come up your option. You want to choose single rate or bracket rate. It depends on your export volume and average weight of the item.
So what about let's say consider a specific case of Nepal Post. We have more of the items, EMS items of lower weight, below 3 kg.
Majority of that, right?
Yeah.
You can select a single rate. You have only document and merchandise, only that.
Yeah, we have single rate at the moment.
Yeah, single rate is good. If the export is not big, it's okay. If you have the big volume, okay, you say. That's the challenge. It means that you have to check also how about the current situation in your business, how about the export volume, how about the average range of per item. You can come with a smart and then you will check. If the average weight is more than 2 kg, now you can and the significant volume export, okay, you can apply for the bracket rate. If not, don't use it.
I just wanted to know how can I attract the big volumes, especially the bigger weights customers. Customers
From the system.
So this bracket methodology will not be good for them.
Not for all, not for but UPU, they try to encourage you to use the bracket rate. They try to encourage you to use this rate. Because majority of the UPU is the EU. They all the receiving country. We are all the export country. But we have to check. This normally is but many countries they try to apply more and more for the bracket rate. But for us, we try to delay as long as possible, not to use it.
So we cannot lower the average rate
No.
with this method.
No, when you announce, you cannot.
You cannot.
This it depends on your export volume. Bracket rate is not so easy. And also you have to check about your export volume, about the average weight of item. Again, operation, it's okay. Don't worry about. I know. When you go there, I just give you for the bracket rate. Normally I have list here all the whole rate of each country. What the type of the rate you use. It is continue, but you need to inform UPU 1 year before application of the implementation of the rate. Okay, it just pass here. Oh no, it just pass here. Place. I think normally I have like another exercise. It's better to go this and we do in the afternoon only than to exercise. Okay. Place. All the theory I try to focus on this morning, In the afternoon, only the exercise. Only 2 exercise in the afternoon. I will have another like a 4P marketing exercise and another only for the SWOT analysis. Yeah, you can use also for the on-board project. Because you will have, tomorrow you will have the whole day for working. It's better to try to finalize one tomorrow, what. If you want to go somewhere, you can go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you stay here, you clean together here for working again until Thursday morning. It's better you have tomorrow whole day and Thursday morning and presentation in the afternoon. Yeah. Except because afternoon, normally I prefer doing the presentation in the morning, but the morning cannot be done because one day normally is not sufficient. You have at least. Previous time we have 2 days, 2.5 days, but now no time. We have only 1.5 days, we short day. About the place. The place is needed. You need to look where the EMS service is made accessible to them. Where you sell the product. At the post office, at the pickup service or something. How EMS is distributed from which channel. And the last one, how EMS perform activity required by the customer. You have to provide a free pickup. You have the pick up at the premises of the customer, or they just come here for drop off, or you have some API integrations for them, for the EMS. There are so many options for this. For the place, I don't want to focus a lot on the place, how to leverage distribution channel. Distribution channel is mean that many organizations you just how can they? They come up more and more on the digital marketing, online. Like Australia Post, New Zealand Post, they focus more and more on the online, approaching, contact everything from that and provide a pickup. And some they have another way called that, they provide for that the Kudo model, we call that the pick up and drop off. Pick up and drop off, they provide this under the platform. Then they do. Particularly, they focus more and more on the SME, small and medium enterprises. Okay. Just push here. Leverage infrastructure. Now we're talking about the marketing activity. You choose target customer, but also staff in the supply chain. Not only the target customer, but also your staff who work for you. Because staff, they represent of the good quality and the good image. How can you send the people for pick up any uniform, anything, any device, good equipment for them, like a PDA or something, It doesn't mean that when you go there, it's nothing, just accept it. It's just they reflect to your image, everything. Yeah, this will come, the second one will train also staff will be able to identify potential EMS customer here. If you have the good staff who know well your customer, you win. They can help you for selling. They can help you for taking the customer. Because some customer rely on the person in charge of the post. They don't change quite often. Sometimes you cannot change the postman also to another route. The same and did you remember when we visit the subway post office? Yeah. They are trying not to change the route to another, change the same this route, like a postman, this route to another route. You know why? Each route of the postman, they get used to. They trust. You receive the trust from the customer of that route. That's why they try to balance. But at least they have the two persons working together like this. At least the customer, they can recognize the face. of the two people who work like this. And then you don't have to look up. Sometimes they can rely on you. Okay, don't worry. Just when you are at home, just drop the item. They accept. No need to sign. Sometimes they just put like a size on behalf of the, how can I say, addressee. Okay, well, can start. Improve your user experience with the touch point here, with your like a platform. It just move here, not so much. Okay, customer experience they come from what? You can see customer experience from the package preparation. You know, DSL. They can help the customer for packaging. You know, some big customer DSL provider, the computer, they provide the application. For us, you cannot provide, but we can help. We can help, you can help them for packing, for checking, and provide them the free carton, free like a free wrapping material you can provide. That you can do it. You know, they say like a package preparation. That's I told you. But sometimes you can have the free shipping document, right? Free document, free packing, free carton that you can provide. But for the public, you never just buy and you send that because it's quite different. From Indonesia, from Thailand, also Thailand, we provide a free carton, free document, free envelope, and we provide also the like an API integration for them with the bulk customer, right? For the bulk posting customer, and meet the customer need. Make it simple, you know. That's why I told you. We have ever created EMS one price. Have you ever like a differentiation of the product? Or just only EMS? China you have a deferred EMS, right? You have deferred service. Deferred like a EMS, like an e-packet, but you have the bilateral agreement with another country. Come up with the product. You know, here. Normally you know EMS, many countries you have just EMS. Some countries you have time certain EMS. Some countries you have time definite. Some countries you have the deferred. Maybe with Korean and China, not Korean, maybe Korean, Japan. As I heard last time they share. Deferred is mean that like an EMS, but only based on bilateral agreement.
Oh.
It means that under this category, we know this is bilateral agreement. You come up with a deferred EMS. You have sometimes you can provide some time certain EMS. It means that when you have the agreement with two countries, okay, EMS when arrive must be delivered by what time as agreed between the two countries.
So that's only between the countries with agreement.
If you have the big volume between, you can do it. You can create another one, no problem. If you have the normal for the general, just put EMS. Except if you found that volume very significant, the same like Korea and Thailand, we have the big volume both incoming, outgoing, not so much different. Just only less than 500 item different, but we accept that if we have the big, both countries have the big volume. That's why we can negotiate easily. Normally Korean is very easy for negotiate for me. You know, when I send just 1 month, we receive the feedback very fast. Japan takes time, but okay. They come a little bit with policy change. We have the bracket rate or something. Japan also they use the bracket, but everything come up again with the traditional signal rate. This is the way you try to, but you have to explain so many things. You have to give, all the statistics for the negotiating, but finally you must do like this. This is why you protect your costing. Last mile delivery rate, you need to lower. And now you try to lower again your airline cost. If you can, it means that your leg too lower, now how can you lower your leg one? This is the challenge. If the 3 legs, it means that you can lower your 3 legs. It means that you can mark up more your profit margin. Because my point, this is very important. Okay, after that they're talking about the convenience. I know today, or the marketing, or the pricing. You see, look, oh my God. Or the brother I can, you can see how to make EMS more accessible. It means that you can see many countries they try to leverage the product. For Thailand, I have never done EMS one price. One price means that I limit the size of the box. How many kg is up to you? You put in and we deliver and we transport like that. We have never done. We call EMS one price. I have never done also. We call that from EMS one price. After that, I have the time certain EMS, but on the retro agreement, I have never done also. It depends. You can do many things. If you found that the volume is very significant for some country, you cannot do just okay for the international corporation. No, you check the volume also. If the volume significant, okay. When you do it, what the money you can get, not just do for free. I never done for marketing, never done for free. When you think what the money you can get, what the value the customer can get also, it's not over the money for us, for the customer cost in value. This is the Japan Post, the joint hand with Rakuten. You can see, this is also we join hand like some post you need to join hand, sometimes you have to join hand with some e-commerce platform. The same that the third book you have to do about the e-commerce, right? The same now, Japan Post they join hand with Rakuten, number 1 of the e-commerce platform in Japan. Like USPS they join hand with Amazon.
Yes.
Yeah. Thai Post we join hand with eBay Thailand. We join hand with eBay Thailand. We did we call that a co-promotional campaign, Thai Post and eBay. Because we join hand, sometimes we join also the event for the seminar, for the, we call that the event marketing. We join together. Maybe because China Post, maybe you have already like ULE like a ULE platform. Normally you support already. But the small,
domestic.
but only domestic, but you focus more and more on international. That's why this is a challenge for you. That's why it's better to now many more to try to to join partner with many e-commerce platform. This is give you the example, like some country do. Japan, just last year I gave you like the example. Join hand with the Rakuten is number 1 in Japan. Thailand we try to approach. We have join hand with the Talat.com. It's one of the platform, and now we join hand with the eBay platform like us. This is we call that e-market platform for the e-commerce. Okay. Okay, for the education of your staff, how about the preparation of the EMS reference material? You need to educate your staff. If they can know much more, they can sell properly to the customer. Some customers they don't know. Okay, you can sell also the liquid. What happened? You cannot also ever also accept it from the counter. Sometimes the problem you accept from the counter without any education. Normally you check the customer or not when they pack. You check, and you in case of they put something inside, you know. How can you know?
Yes,
Okay, and when you pass 100% check, what happened when the airport found something inside? You are in charge? Yes. Thai Post no. Many posts they just announce what the list of prohibited articles not to be shipped by post. It's your responsibility, not postal responsibility. That's why all the track items we bundle with the ministry, with the interior, Ministry of Interior, and also the police station. You know why? You use the ID card with the SIM and you track inside. We can know who are the shipper, who are the receiver. We just announce to the public. Otherwise, But the both you function as only transporter, not like in DSL. DSL they check 100% check. They have some special license. If they found, if they can send the item with the prohibited article bundle with the list to another country, they will be registered at the blacklist. For both, just give the warning, but not the blacklist. Because we are the transporter, we are the transport provider. It's not the person in charge of the item inside. This is so many issues that you need to discuss. Because many ports you open, you check in Vietnam, check, and you in charge. When you found something prohibited.
In Nepal, we are really we have some security issue, especially the postal operators. Because we have to be responsible for everything. If there is something prohibited items, then we are responsible.
Yeah.
So we need to check everything and then only seal.
It's very important because nowadays, also you provide also the detector, like a smell detector, metal detector, or detector. Sometimes you cannot capture all.
Yes, I see it, yeah.
You cannot do 100% X-ray check. Cannot do. They put what happened stuck at the airport. They stuck at the airport. How can you return to the center? That shipment cannot be shipped. That's happened in Thailand. So on the movies, we have the 5 X-ray machine. Handled by the outsourced agent, not Thai Post. That's why not any one item can be passed there. Strictly controlled, and after that return. After that, how can we do it? We come up here with the taxi or investment center. It's not with the high security, That's why the most you have to position yourselves what the type you are. That's why the best thing here, how can you educate your staff for the acceptance process? If you have the good starting point, don't worry, no problem at the airport. That's very important. Like what we provide a smell detector, metal detector for the summers, we got the handle, we got the hand, the X-ray machine, the simple one, the small one, but they cannot cover all. Sometimes we found, sometimes what we found some drug under the shoe. The high heel shoe of the lady. Last time I already, I got the notification from the custom to go to observe. We have the drug custom
We
there.
also have in the
Yeah,
airport.
in Thailand we focus more on the trafficking, after the drug trafficking. That's why sometimes really, you cannot differentiate. What they put when they cut the high heel, they found some heroin inside. Very smooth, you didn't see anything. But I don't know how can they know. Because maybe they use the Thailand as the trafficking, go to Netherlands, go to Latin America, Canada, USA, to European country. They do like that because maybe they thought maybe from the transit. Sometimes they come from Myanmar, they come from a neighboring country. We use Thailand as the transit and go. But when we set up the RPA, it's very difficult for them to transit. Now they ship to another country as a transit agent, not Thailand. Because very strictly control that. That's my first time. When I could not just sit with the custom, Very beautiful shoe of the lady. When they cut the heel, oh my God, I see the whole back of the heroin inside. But the heel is very thin, the cover. But inside, 5 inches.
Yes.
5 inch long is been a very long heroin, just how many grams, very costly. And 12 pair shoe. How many heroin you can take? That's the big one. That already happened. That's why the best thing you have to educate your staff with the material and build on existing EMS international selling expertise from your staff. Also EMS forum. Sometimes you need to join EMS forum. EMS you see your performance at this moment and communicate EMS change it. When we have any change, inform your people. Okay, sorry, just part here is not so how can we place to market. I just put and now you can describe your EMS distribution strategy. How can place be used to market EMS? How can you make your outlet, your postal office recognized easily by the customer that you provide EMS? First, you can have any like a signage, right? Want a sign with the light box. You can have the light box with the EMS logo. What else here you can do more? Maybe you can have also like a online marketing to your big customer. You can have certificate.
In Nepal, recently we are just printing the EMS
Okay,
in
sometimes you
the
have,
vehicles, in
Okay.
the transport vehicles as well.
sometimes you have the J flag. You have so many promotional tools that you can do it for this one. Okay, just pass and then I come to here promotion. The last part, I try to cover the 4P. Sorry for this like one pack here, but at least in the afternoon only the exercise. I try to give you at least first 4. Okay, promotion is the last part of the 4P already. Promotion is mean that you can do 3. Promotion has the 3 main objectives. 3 main objectives of the promotion is meant to let the customer know about your product and your campaign. Inform potential customer about EMS service and its advantage, what the benefit they can get from promotional campaign, how many % you offer, right? The second one, inform potential customer how and where they can access the EMS service, right? Online, offline. And the last one, remind the customer about EMS service offer. That's remind them. This is the way. You know, sometimes the people they know EMS, but sometimes they don't have any updated information.
That's true.
Yeah, that's why they need to know about promotion. And then building the marketing promotion, you have like a step 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 steps. 4 steps. Yeah. Like the first one, determine your target audience and evaluate opportunity to ship either issue to the audience. It means that like determine your target. Who are your target customer? The second one, specify what the communication tools are available. What the communication tool you have, like only brochure, only light box, or you have the event marketing, or you have only the direct like a direct marketing. You have so many, or you have the direct sale, or you have the sales force here, many promotion campaign here. Address customer needs by addressing the benefits. It means that address customer needs by what the benefits can be get, plus the free return shipment. You know, you can put more. Here the benefit. The step 4, ensure your sales force. You have your sales force. Understands the value of EMS and keep your message consistent. It's always when you convey the message, it should be the same message for everybody. It doesn't mean that when the person one go to this customer inform another message, and the other one they come, how can they rely on you? You know, should be the same communication and updated information to your customer here. Normally for the marketing promotion, we have the 4 steps here. Each step I will not explain. After that, when you have time, you can read it. I try to cover all the 4P of the EMS here so that you can. I know normally I expect to have exercise this morning. It's better after that to do in the afternoon. Theory based, everything. Afternoon we have to exercise. I will give you like good listening. Startup marketing for the 4P. Now you need to bundle all the 4P plus 9-block business model plus sustainable development into insights. This is the first exercise. And the second exercise, to do only SWOT analysis for EMS. What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? Your internal or under the internal or the internal factors. And the second part, how about your opportunities and threats? SWOT analysis in the afternoon. Only 2 in the afternoon we do it. It's okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm got here like one pack here, and you feel a little bit tired. I could understand for the operator. Operator, oh my God, I never come up with the pricing with the promotion, but try Sometimes you need to understand because as I told you, when we are talking about the business function included marketing, operations, and also retail, like a post office outlet. That's why you are included in the business function. That's why you just know what the strategy come up with the EMS. I just concentrate only for EMS now. Okay. Now we need to go for lunch now, and then 11 like a 45. You want to go to Big C or Tesco?